All right, welcome back. This is my first off-season week since returning from the Ghost Clash. Body weight is 291.2, down from 304.9 since I came back. And let's just jump right into it. So basically, the program that I'm going to use here is the same as I use for meat prep, but it's just going to be rep variabled. So instead of singles and stuff like that, my heavy days will be consisting of heavy sets of 5, heavy sets of 3s, and then my speed work is going to be my speed work. Having really kind of studied what I did at the Ghost Clash, I could really see that I got a lot of torque into the bar on all three lifts. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to do for off season, I still really want to do a lot of speed work. And because before that last prep, I didn't really give myself an off season, and I have another competition coming up out in October of 18th of this year. So I have 24 plus weeks to kind of get ready. So I'm going to give myself a really nice off season here, get the speed work in, and then the next week it'll be a heavier 5 or 3, and go from there. So since I talked over all of the squats, good old stiff legs are still a part of the program here. But what I've done is I've taken away a deadlift bar and I've added a deficit. And that's going to be the main theme moving throughout all of my deadlifts through most of this off season, stiff bar and deficits. And good old calf raises and leg press because you want to make sure your knees are nice and strong. Um, Got to get more consistent with my ham glute raise. I really need to strengthen my hamstrings there for this prep because I really want to build up my deadlift, and being a higher hip deadlifter, I think it's going to play a little bit better. So each week when I have speed squats, I always have speed bench. So I'm showing me here without the without any weight on it because I want you to see how much force I'm really trying to push into that bar. I got to get better with the pauses. I was kind of cheating myself a little bit after rewatching these videos, kind of throughout even the squats and everything. Like there, I had no pause, no pause. What an idiot. I don't even know what I'm doing. I probably should have redone that whole set. Then I moved on. I'm going to bring in feet up as my first main accessory for benching. Um, Lots of sets of 5. These built up my bench really, really big back in the day. And when I used to do those a lot, actually just on my Facebook memories yesterday, saw myself benching 495 for a super easy single about 8 years ago. And a lot of the things that I did was feet up bench press. So that's going to be my first main accessory. The other thing is I'm only training 4 days a week now for off season. For meat prep, I did 5, but being summer and I want to have a little bit of versatility to do some other things with my wife or whatever, I'm only going to train 4 days a week. Well, I also have yard work to do and stuff around the house, and training 5 days a week gets to be much. So deadlift day, this was a heavy set of 5 day. So in my program, I do every set of 5. I don't like, do a couple warm ups, a couple singles, and pick a number and do just, 5 sets of 5 at that number. I do sets of 5 of every weight moving up to when I can't do a set of 5 anymore. That's kind of how I'm rolling with it. It's worked with me in the past. That's what I'm going to do again this time until it stops working. But I was really happy to be able to move this 515 for 5. And my training partner had 550 for some sets. So I figured I'd party with him for at least one. And I was kind of shocked at myself. Stiff bar deficit, given the way my last prep went with deadlifts, I was able to kind of just step in here. Now, this is kind of gross right in here. I spit on my own floor like an idiot, but a loogie got caught in my throat and I couldn't breathe, so I had to do it. Very gross, but again, I was very happy to be able to do that. And again, only training 4 days a week, I move front squats to directly after deadlifts because that's going to be my main accessory. I absolutely love front squats. If you didn't get that from the previous videos, I think they translate to every lift, so those will always be a part of my training. And then some of my light accessories, I brought in the reverse hyper again, because I'm trying to build that deadlift, trying to make everything back there better. Overhead press day, felt a little wonky. I use that word a lot, but this felt like utter crap. So the next couple of heavy days, I'll probably be my max weight. I just want to clean this lift up. You see me shaking really bad, and I'm just like, ugh. Moving on to my other stuff. The bent rows, I really like these with that weird Cambridge style bar. Really like to push these up into the 250s, but I'm just going to kind of let that happen naturally. Sets of 8 was a little high. Probably should have stayed around 6. But all in all, I got a whole bunch of accessory work in on this day. And honestly, for a first week back, feeling really good. Thank you.